My baby don't mess around today. I'm Will.
I'm John.
This is 2.0.
The podcast where we improve things that are fine.
This is episode 2.
I'm celebrating. I have a beer for the first time on this while we're recording. This isn't my first beer. I've had beer before.
What did you have? Latitude 33. Okay.
I don't know. I found it.
Honey hips. That's how I like to describe my...
That's what Caitlin calls me.
My honey hips. I don't know what I'm doing. We just came off the energy of doing the bonus content, so we're a little late.
That was maybe the longest bonus content we've done.
Not maybe.
It was fun.
It was.
Did a Q&A.
It was very long.
If you're curious and haven't checked it out, check out the Patreon for the bonus content. Mm-hmm. Baths.
So this week we're doing Baths 2.0. Funny irony. My music project is called Baths, in case you didn't know. But I make a living doing music, and it's called Baths. As Baths. But decidedly, I am not improving that. I don't know if you came with points that had anything to do with that. And if you did, that will be very funny. But I took the assignment very seriously. Yes. And I only worked on what we know as the cleansing realm.
Okay.
The baths themselves.
Right.
Bathing.
I also did not, I was going to say attack.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had a sip of beer.
So things are very different now.
No, I also basically focused on bathtubs specifically.
Okay.
Because one, most are bad, and two, I don't really know what else I would say on any other angle of baths. Oh, I got cookie.
Yeah, cookie. We took a snack break.
Some cookie.
It was like,
so yeah, I don't know. I didn't clarify intentionally for the architects though, so we'll see what they say.
Okay, that's gonna be weird.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I have 6.
Oh, I have 6 too. I didn't realize. Okay.
How do you want to do? Okay,
because you went last time.
And again, do your scale ever?
Sort of.
Okay.
Mine, I wouldn't say they scale, but 3 of them are kind of related. Good. You'll figure it out. Okay. First and foremost, so I said I focused on bathtubs. Bathtubs are bigger and deeper across the board.
Okay, so small people drown.
They could stand up.
John really thinks about all people.
No, but listen, most bathtubs I encounter are not ones I can fully submerge in.
That is fair. I
understand I'm a large person, but why can't I take a bath? And it's not even a question of I can't get under the water. It's like sometimes I can't get my shoulders into the tub.
I feel that shit too. There are some bathtubs I've got into where it's like this is literally not even person sized.
Right. So when I do find a tub that fits, it's an incredible feeling. Mm-hmm. And you can really sink in it. I want a full submerge possibility for all people. That's my first point. Very practical.
Full submerge possibility for all people. My first point is very in line, so I just want to bust it out. Absolutely bottom line need to recline comfortably. There are 0 straight back tubs that exist now. And by straight back, I mean if you are in a bathtub laying down, there are some bathtubs that you can't lay backwards on. The backing of the tub is not at an angle. It is flat 90 degrees.
I've never seen that.
My bathtub at the fucking Courtly house was flat back like that. And it was I can't take a bath in it. I'm in pain. So that's gone. You literally cannot do that. All bathtubs have to have the angle so that you can be comfortable. We both want to be comfortable.
Recline in that bathtub.
Excellent
I tried to think of I was going to say bucket.
Recline in that bucket. Bathtubs 2.0. Everything is different now. It's a giant bucket. You can't find the entrance or the exit. That's it. You're stuck.
It's great to chill in the bath for a long time.
This is the worst episode ever.
But it sucks when the water stops being hot. That is actually a big gripe for me.
John Merling pointed.
Now the water is recycled and reheated and flows around you to keep all of the water the exact temperature you want. Also, the bathtub has a lid that closes around you to keep the steam in and make for more efficient heat retention.
No.
It also has an auto-resizing hole for your head or face.
I'm fuck no on those last two. No fucking way.
Why?
Get trapped in a bathtub?
Yeah, well, it's like one of those sensory deprivation tanks, but your face is out.
I don't want that ever. Not even a little bit. But the first part of it, I 100% agree with.
You lose so much temperature just to steam. Like
sure.
Water changing states, you lose a lot of temperature.
Yeah, but how often do you take baths?
Never, because I don't fit in any of them.
Okay. Well, part of this equation is the fact that when you are taking a bath,
bonking on that.
Just leave me alone. Half of the fun of taking a bath is when you can move your body outside of it for a little, like have your legs come out, take out a little more of your torso, get some cold air on yourself, and then sink back into the heat. You would hate to be trapped. You would hate to have your body completely sucked into the bathtub and not be able to get out. And yes, of course you could take it off and get out, but the extra layer of doing all that bullshit is going to be very annoying very quickly. IMO. I don't like that.
Then my solution is ports that your legs can go through that open for your leg to come out or go back in, or your
like a fucking mechanical iris that opens up and that it's now I can put my foot out. Yeah, now I can.
Well, it's the same thing that's holding your head in sealed.
Perfect. So if there's even a mild malfunction, you are literally going to lose your head.
Well, there wouldn't be, and I'll get to that.
Okay. My second point is the same thing. It's water temperature can maintain itself. So I didn't necessarily think about cycling it, but I have a different point that I will just put up here now because it's the second one. This was it. Sorry.
Take your time.
I'm on some big energy, okay? Water temp can maintain itself, senses a body, and will stay on while a body is submerged. So it's if you get out of the bathtub, it's not going to keep the power going to keep the water the same temperature. It'll be okay, now it's getting colder.
Okay.
But then my third point, which I want to do now because it's part of what you said, I wrote it as active bath filter. And so it's a 5-minute delay where every 5 minutes or so, this is an option.
Yeah.
Every 5 minutes or so, all the water in the bath is fully filtered. So the bath is entirely clean. So you can soap and rinse off and clean off in the bathtub, etc., and not have to soak in the filth you've washed off if you don't want to. Because the whole thing with baths, a lot of the time, is that people like to put their shit in it, like the tinctures and rose petals or oils or whatever the fuck you do, and soak in it on purpose. But there is the functional side to taking a bath where you literally just clean off.
Yeah, right.
And the dirt is in there. So you can have that filter going and just be okay, I want the dirt to go out, so I'm just soaking in clean water that maybe then I add oils to or something like that.
I see what you're
saying. So it's
okay.
You have the option to get rid of murkier water that you don't want your body soaking in now.
Descum that.
Descummery.
Yeah.
So that, I think, is just an extension of what you already said.
What will you discomfort?
Okay. So that was my third point. So what's your third point?
Yeah, that's good. Part of the biggest problem when you get into the bath is you can't really get out until you're done. Okay. If you need to, say, run to the kitchen real quick or something, you end up...
Oh, that is a problem.
Either with a wet towel or a soaked floor.
Or somebody, unbeknownst to you, may trip.
Right, exactly. Well, that wet floor, right.
I guess that's a part of it.
The point is, now your bathtub has legs that allow it to walk around your home. So you're not limited to bathing in the bathroom anymore. That's just where you have to fill up. But...
Okay.
I'm thinking personally, for reasons that will come up, robot spider legs, so there's 8 of them for maximum agility and the ability to navigate stairs if you need it. Think of a Boston Dynamics dog, but with 8 legs, and you're in a bathtub attached to them.
I like how it seems you already know how scary that is. The way that you just moved was very intrinsic of the nightmare of being in a spider bathtub. Not this is gentle and perfect. You were like... You're oh, fuck.
Also, since bathtubs have lids now, you don't have to worry about sloshing right off the bat.
Nightmare. So are you seeing face hole?
Hang on.
Okay.
Also, it can turn upright and walk on 4 spider legs, and then you have the other 4 to interact with things with. So it might be hard to control 8 legs at once, right?
It's fine.
It's not hard to control because you're wearing an EEG hairnet that connects to your brain, and you control all of these things like Dr. Octopus with your thoughts. And so this will also double as a shower cap if you want to keep your hair dry while you're inside sloshing around.
Are you getting clean?
You can't help it. Because you're like sloshing around so much in there.
Okay, so what I asked earlier, is it that? Are you literally like a face hole on a solid surface covering a chamber where also, because it's water, it's not like your body is like strapped in. No. You're like...
Yeah, but it's water. It does soften motion a little bit, and like it's gonna smell like rose petals and shit. Like you could put bubble bath in there.
But your face is stuck.
It's not necessarily stuck so much as sealed. I'm thinking that there's like a hole like this big, and then there's like a film between
like
you.
Like a rubberized, it can move a little, and my face is kind of like sucked around the side.
Yeah, there's like some give to it. Exactly.
Okay.
And so it can like walk you around like face up, and then when you need something, you can like come up and then have.
Only when you need something.
Why else would you stand up while bathing?
It's a good question.
I guess you could still like go to parties and stuff.
Well, this is where I was going to take my line of questioning.
Okay.
1, is this battery operated or is it plugged in and can only move the distance of the plug that it has?
It's got to be portable. Like it's got to have some.
Got to have a battery pack on that bathtub.
I was thinking maybe the way they power rovers with like a compact nuclear reactor or something. Because
expand on that.
Well,
I don't know about that.
You won't get enough power unless you're like you have a power source that is something like a small nuclear reactor. Like that's how they power the Curiosity rover. It's got like a little nuclear reactor.
So having that on a bathtub is not a problem for human beings,
as long as you don't crash into anything or dispose of it improperly.
Okay. Probably a very small likelihood that you would crash into anything if you're a robot spider upright bathtub in a small house. That is also, by the way, this bathtub is now full size. You said that.
Also,
large enough.
In a point I'm getting to, all bathtubs will be required to go outside at some point, so I'll get there. Don't worry about it. You just do your next point.
Okay. I'm not going to say I dislike this. I am very, very uncomfortable with it. But in the way that like watching a horror movie makes me uncomfortable, where it's like, I need to see this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you'd be sold the second you saw it.
No. That's not true.
The only downside maybe is that like maintenance and checking on wear and tear for your nuclear reactor bathtub spider is like your responsibility, because like that could affect the whole world. Like,
sure. I think also literally seeing it is a problem. I think that's fundamentally a big problem with it. Seeing it ever. Seeing a person inside of it ever moving towards me in any capacity.
People probably felt that way before clothes were a thing.
No.
And then you see someone wearing jeans, you're like, what?
Do you really think that seeing a person in jeans is the same as seeing a person trapped inside of an oversized spider bathtub?
If you've never seen denim before.
Apparently not. Okay, here's my 4th point. Vibrabath. This is so mild compared to like your shit. It keeps the whole thing mildly vibrating while you're inside of it. Same philosophy as a cat purring, and that it will strengthen your bones? Question mark is literally how I wrote it. And I also wrote, as silent as can be.
Okay.
So but not even. As silent as can be.
Right.
But strengthens your bones while you're taking a bath and you barely notice it's happening. I think that's good.
I toyed with the idea of an ultrasonic bath that you use for...
That's like the same capacity.
Except the sound that ultrasonic baths make are terrible.
Wait, that's a real...
Like, it's really, really bad.
You're sounding like that's a thing that already exists.
Yeah, it's like how you clean tools and things. Like,
oh, to like vibrate the gunk off.
Yeah,
them. Like you put jewelry in like an ultrasonic bath.
I wasn't thinking about bone strength, which is a good angle. I was thinking about just getting the dirt off of you.
I mean, that would be interesting, though. You just put earplugs in when you go into the ultrasonic bath. Do you think it would shake it up? Shake you up? Shake your dirt off?
For
shake
sure.
me up?
It might shake you off. I don't know how effective it would be with skin. I know it's made for like metal and stuff, and I don't know if it's dangerous in any way. But
I would like to know about that. I would like to try it.
God, I would love if these spider bathtubs were also making that sound walking around.
I bet you would. Do you want me to give you an effect for when you do it?
Yeah, please. Ready? That's good. But
it's not good.
I like your bone density vibration.
Thank you. What's your next point? My last two are like a little more involved.
What do you do with the bathwater when you're done?
Well, technically it goes down the drain. Typically it goes down the drain.
Technically, it goes down the drain. Wasteful, I say.
Fair.
Now, when you decide you're done, the bathtub will walk you outside into some soil or dirt, burrow or inject your bath pod into the earth, and then release your water in all directions into the soil. I looked it up, and you can...
What did you look up? What exactly did you look up?
I looked up whether you could use used bath water to water plants, or whether it's safe for the environment. Apparently, in controlled amounts, it is. I don't remember. I didn't look at what those amounts are.
That is such a specific thing to say.
But like, you could like use one bathtub full of water to water your plants like once a week in like a large enough plot, something like that. Right?
It's perfect because you only take a bath once a week, I guess, is the idea.
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying, because you can't do it every time. If you bath daily, it'll just know to take you to other parts of other soil and just like move you around.
Every time you're finished with the bath.
Whenever you're finished with the bath.
Okay, so I love the naked bouncing ride inside of an empty chamber that you have to take from your front lawn.
Wherever there's soil closest to you. If you live in an urban environment, this might be a long
It's going to take you
crawl.
all the way to the park
Yeah.
to dump your fucking wet shit everywhere. And then you have to, like,
No, it has
super fucking bumpy ride all the way back home.
It's not like that. You have handholds and feet placement inside.
It's not like that. You have handholds inside.
Yeah.
Okay, my point still stands. It's not the thing I would ever want to experience after finishing a bath, one of the world's most relaxing environments in the entire universe, to be in like a fucking like shake chamber for like 10 minutes.
I have a solution for that too.
Okay, I would love to hear it.
Okay, so it will keep track of where you've been and cycle around your area.
Great.
Now, you don't want it automatically walking you to wherever. Right? Because you want to have some some autonomy over the process. So the way that it handles it is it instills in you a very strong desire to do this at the end of every bath. So because you're controlling the legs, it makes you want to go out and dig into the soil. And
like as a person,
yes.
Like as a human being, you now need to do this,
right? It's like trying not to have a glass of milk after a cookie. Like, you just got to do it.
So the bathtub incepts the idea into your mind that you need to dump the bathwater into soil.
Yeah, you have to get into the soil, expunge the bathwater, and then...
I also love this, as though it's coming out in every direction.
It is, because you want to evenly distribute it. And then you will also love the ride back.
Did you write that? Did
No.
you write "You will love the ride
I
back"?
wrote, "This is what you want." So yeah,
Okay,
it's fine.
it's not fine. It's not even close to fine. I think so. In what way is the bathtub instilling this idea in you that you need to dump it in the soil? Is it literally like within the water there is like...
No, you're wearing the EEG cap. It's got like it's got all your brainwaves on deck.
And so it fucks with it a little bit. Just a little bit. Just enough to get you to dump that water in the soil every time. And then to love the ride back.
They can make like cockroaches little remote control cars, right? Like they can make you want to dump your bath water in a garden.
They can?
I don't know. The technology's available. It's just who's brave enough.
That is true. That's something I've thought about baths a lot. Is who is brave enough to make me want to dump my bath water in the soil? Amen.
Yeah.
I do hate this part of it. I for some reason didn't hate the spiderness because I was like, I can sort of see this.
Well, you didn't sound thrilled about it.
I wasn't. I didn't hate it though.
Okay.
Was not thrilled. This I hate.
Okay.
I am very, very scared about the loss of autonomy. Because what if I decide one day... Listen. What if I decide one day I need to take a bath? I only have spider bath.
Yeah.
But I have somewhere to be in 15 minutes, and I do not live close to a body of soil. So I will need to go to the park to dump my water. I need that to not happen that time. I need that to not happen. But if I feel it within my bones like a compulsion, that's like...
But you don't have time for a bath. I don't understand. If you have to be somewhere in 60 seconds, you don't have time for a shower. That's like something you do the math for in your head.
Way different. 60 seconds versus 15 minutes. Very, very different block of time.
Okay, but baths for you might take long. Okay.
Can your spider bath just not do that sometimes?
No. It's a waste. Maybe they can burrow into the sidewalk and there's designated areas where, like, in cities.
Like pump pipes? I like that, where it's like you can take the bathwater from your home and it will distribute to the soil that is appropriate to, like, wherever you live.
Well, yes and no. I don't want to make more infrastructure. Your tub is still going to walk outside. It's just in urban areas. There are areas, in the sidewalk where there are, like, holes in the sidewalk for bathtubs to... Yeah.
So also that means a lot of public parks are going to look like shit all the time.
No, they just have...
Does the fucking bathtub bury it back after? Does it, like, clean up the hole and replant the grass, John?
Yeah, you want to do that.
You want to do that?
Because it's making you want to do that.
So...
It's like a dog, like, shoveling after it goes to the bathroom. You know, they just want to do that.
Oh, and so a dog shoveling after it goes to the bathroom always looks great. Looks like exactly how it left it, right?
You don't have to pump...
Crazy.
You don't have to, like, water lawns anymore.
Yeah, but there's no lawn left. There are no lawns.
Around the holes there will be. They'll be distributed pretty evenly. The holes will get filled in. There'll be little dirt circles. It's fine.
It's not fine.
It's no uglier than a baseball field.
Oh my god, it's literally so much uglier than a baseball field, John. It's like dug up rose bushes and like shit water, like everywhere. Disgusting. It's also going to be like, we didn't even talk about that. A full bathtub's worth of water being shoved into the dirt in its immediate vicinity. It's just going to be like sludge. Like your bathtub getting out of it is going to be like scrambling the side walls of like a muddy pit.
No, it's got like little
what? Little what, John?
What is it called? Caitlin, what are these called? On a cell. Flagellum? Cilia? Yeah, a little cilia, a little flagellum. It just pulls you out of it.
The bathtub.
Listen, I just made that up. I'm just trying to brainstorm. Because you're right, maybe, like... But I was thinking it, like...
I'm sorry to have such an antagonistic brainstorm here. I just hate it.
The bathwater injection ports are thin enough that they'll penetrate deeply into the soil.
Perfect. Not a threat.
No, because...
Not a threat to wildlife. Not a threat to anything.
Worms will get used to it.
Oh. To dying.
What?
Worms will get used to dying?
No, they'll get used to, like, avoiding when a bathtub's coming. They'll get it. Ultimately, it's good for their environment. It's going to be much more hydrated. No more bath water in the sewers.
That's been the biggest problem.
Well, it's a waste.
But the amount of effort and intensity, I guess, involved with a bath crawling 10 minutes outside of the place where it's from.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving like literal like autonomy to the bathtub. I'm saying where it's from.
Listen, I toned this down. My original idea was
God.
they walk you all the way to wherever the nearest agricultural like farm is and put you there so that farmers don't have to worry about getting as much water as they usually do.
But this is sort of what I'm saying. Can't the bathwater itself just go and do that? Why do you have to be there? Why do you have to be part of this equation?
Because otherwise,
this insanity.
You're draining your bathtub and it's wasteful.
Just the act of draining.
We spent too much time on this.
No, we did not enough.
We
But we can move on.
This is my point.
We'll move on. I love you. It's a lot.
You get to explore your state.
Here's my very normal fifth point. Waterproof books for adults. And I specifically say for adults because I'm not talking about those inflatable child's play things that are like 7 pages and they have shapes on them. You know what I'm talking about. Like toys. Not that. I am talking normal ass books that can be in water. Please. It would be like the place that I could read a book or a magazine is like in the bathtub. And what if those were just fully waterproof now? Or there were editions you could buy for like $1 extra that were waterproof.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's great.
Excellent. Can you also imagine the aesthetics of a library around the bathtub, in the space of the bathtub? Beautiful.
Right.
Even when the books are wet?
Yeah. Put the book down and it floats.
It's just fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
It's very, very good.
Tough with a lid on the bathtub, but like I hear what you're saying. It's like generally. Okay. Baths can self-clean after each use, the way ovens can.
Thank you.
So
a good point.
Not with you in it, because you would die. But the temperature just gets really high and melts or burns away any residue. Also, baths collect hair from you in your bath and form them into a hair doll in the shape you need. It's reading your thoughts, right? That's how you control it. So it will...
so you have the hairnet on always, any bath.
While you're in the bath, yeah. And so it, based on whatever thoughts it's been reading from you, it'll make you the hair doll that you need. And the way it handles it is no, wait, sorry, I read the wrong bit. You won't always understand why you got the shape that you got of hair doll, but it will always be the one you need. You'll get it.
So you always have enough hair to make the hair doll you need?
Once it reaches the threshold of enough hair. For some people, it takes longer, and maybe it's a more important shape to them. For someone like me, I'm probably going to get one every bath, and like, I'll know why I need it. Because when I get it, I'll be like...
What does that mean? What do you need?
Like, maybe emotionally I need to see something. Maybe, like, practically
that's what I'm asking. What
I
is
need
that?
a sponge. I don't know.
Like, is it going to make, like, a little shape that says, like, cool dick? Like, what do you mean? What do you need? Whatever you need. I want to know what you mean by that.
It makes a shape, like a little stuffed doll, animal thing, whatever, that is what you need to see at that moment. It's what you need.
I'm just trying to think of what I could ever need that a hair can create the shape of.
You wouldn't know until you see it and you'd be like, that's right.
Just like this clump. Finally.
It wouldn't look like a clump. It would look like, I don't know, fucking...
How do you know? What if I need a clump?
You might need a clump.
I might need a clump, John.
Maybe it would look like a 7-letter combination of letters and numbers that you needed.
Like the license plate of the person I need to kill?
Maybe it's just a reminder. Like you wouldn't know. I can't tell you what you need until you need it.
Acid. This is the hair. Acid reflux medication. 8 p.m.
Right.
I'm like, I needed that.
Yeah. Honestly.
Okay. I love the idea of infinite possibility of the bathtub itself creating a hair doll. Extremely.
Yeah.
In quotes. Whenever it finds enough from me.
Yes.
My question here then is,
And for people who
I
don't
can't believe
have,
I have to ask
enough hair for this, it'll make soap scum dolls, but that's...
gross. Here's my question about this. Does that mean in your world here with this bathtub, there is only one person to a bathtub? Or alternatively, does the bathtub hold on to separate compiled compartments of hair for every different person it identifies as a bather? Do you hear what I'm saying?
That one.
That one.
That one, I think.
Okay. Very normal.
You have your own shampoo, and I've shared a bathroom the whole time we've lived here.
No, yes, John, but also the bathtub doesn't hold my old hair. That is something that is profoundly different and profoundly weird.
Just log into the bathtub before you get in it, and it'll know that that's where...
You do not log into the bathtub.
How else is it going to know it's you? I guess it recognizes
the
your
hairnet.
brain, yeah.
I can't believe I had to clarify. I had to clarify, like, your bullshit to you. It's the hairnet, John.
Yeah, right. Well, at least you bought in.
Okay, but I will never log in to my bathtub. That is not going to happen.
Thanks.
I don't want to log into anything ever again, but I always have to.
I have to log into this.
I can't.
This light bulb.
Does the podcast know about that?
Some of the Discord knows about it, but I have one of those like smart light bulbs. You can change the colors and like brightness and turn it off with your phone. But it means I have to wait for it to connect every time I like open the app.
He's like, give me a second to turn on my light, and I will stand in his room in darkness for like 8 seconds, and then it'll turn on. It'll be like bright red, and then he's like, wait.
One time I tried to join a work call, a Zoom call, and I had to tell them, give me a few minutes. I'll be in the dark for a while because I have to update the firmware on my light bulb. And then it requires me to log in again, which means I need my password manager.
What the fuck?
The future sucks.
I have to update my light bulb. Is the most insane shit I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 1 point left.
Me too. You go for it.
Mine is the better version of your spider point. I'll fight you. Not to be rude, John. You've created an all-new hell that I was not ready for.
If our bathtubs fought, mine would win.
So is that how you measure? You measure power?
Well, that's how you measure usefulness.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Here we go. It's called Bath Track. I don't know if you've ever seen that stupid-ass TikTok of a bathtub that just juts out the window. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where it literally just goes like...
It's like some infinity pool bullshit.
Kind of, exactly. Yeah. Bath Track is taking that to its logical conclusion, where a bathtub can take a little trip, is how I put it.
Okay.
Maybe a polite towel is laid over the bathtub if you are going on this bath track.
Polite towel. That's cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like...
Just laid over. Not sealed in. Not sealed in to the bathtub.
Same function.
Yes.
Except mine's
one of
better
them
heat retention.
Okay. So the polite towel is laid over the bath track. If the bath track heads outside, etc., it's like a little trolley trip that takes the amount of time you would designate that you want your bath to take for the amount of time you normally sit in a bath. And there can be multiple tracks and multiple exits as well, if need be. So the entire idea being, depending on the place, depending on the location, obviously this is a very like wealth thing because it seems like an expensive apparatus. Yeah. But it's like your bathtub can take a small trip from the second floor down like a very gentle slope outside, move through your garden.
That was going to be my question. How does it handle slopes? It stays flat?
Yeah, it's like the shopping carts on those Target escalators, you know, where it's just like...
Yeah.
Does that. Moves around your garden, peruses back in through the kitchen maybe, or just outside of it, looking in the window, you can wave. Mm-hmm. You have your polite towel. Nobody's upset. Yeah. Nobody's upset.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Hey, Dad. Hey, lover. Right. Whoever decides to be in your home when you bathe. And then you take the bath. Maybe it goes all the way in a loop back to the bathroom, and it just ends in the bathroom. There are other versions, though. I said multiple tracks. You can go to your friend's house.
It's quieter than my idea, for sure. But
definitely. Also, you're not trapped. Also, you're not standing upright.
It's a lot coming from someone who's trapped on a track. I can go anywhere.
That's fair, unfortunately. I will give you that.
I could bathe all the way to New York if I wanted to.
Yes, but your physically sealed in. That is the difference.
A comfortable environment.
Says you. You haven't tried it.
It's got lavender oil in it.
So as long as I'm covered in lavender oil, I can do any ride at Six Flags.
I don't see the flaw.
Okay.
We good?
Yeah.
We're checking the recordings.
Yes.
How do you feel about Bath Track?
Yeah, I love it. I think that's great.
It's pretty simple. It's
Yeah.
pretty basic. It's not a threat.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, mine's not a threat, but fine. But I love the idea, though, of going like a little tour.
A little tour.
Yeah.
The entire reason why I think mine is worthwhile and why yours still scares the shit out of me is that all the things you're saying are true. Okay, yes, you can probably take a mildly comfortable ride inside of it, depending on all the shit you put on it. Uh-huh. You are free to go wherever. Yes, all of that is true. It is not relaxing.
Mine.
Yours is
sure it
not
is.
Relaxing.
It controls your thoughts. It's as relaxing as it wants it to be. Like, no matter what's happening.
I'd like you to say that one more time. I'd like you to say that again for yourself.
Whatever's happening, it makes you feel relaxed. Like you're enjoying this. You want this.
The humor of it to me then is that my version of using your bathtub is such that it would basically like get up a little bit out of the bathroom and kind of like very slowly meander downstairs.
Yeah.
Like in front of the TV, and then just like look at like hot people on the TV maybe, and like maybe at a slight angle.
You know what?
Why spend all the money to have my bathtub do that? I feel like most people are going to do that. And then when I don't want it to, but I've been forced to think that it should, it will take me out of my house and dump my water somewhere in a park and then make me ride inside of the chamber, however gently. Okay, I'll also give you that.
Won't necessarily be gently, but you'll want it. You'll want this.
I want this. And I'm just rocking around inside the chamber of the bathtub all the way back to my place, and then it opens up and lets me out.
Gives you a hair doll.
I have a huge bruise on my shoulder.
Yeah,
it gives me a hair doll, or it tells me cool dick or whatever. I just can't believe this shit. I can't believe that this is how you think the experience of using a bathtub is improved.
You know what?
2.0.
The difference between our two philosophies here. I just saw Keanu Reeves in an interview talking about, he was trying to describe The Matrix to a little girl who had never seen it. And he was,
Do I need to like strap in?
No, it's not a very long story, but he was telling her that this guy who's like in the real world, but that's actually means that he's like hooked up to these machines that are creating a fake world for him where life is just going on as normal, but then he wakes up and gets into the real world and realizes he wants to help pull everyone out of the fake world. And her reaction was like, why? Her reaction was like, if they don't know any different, why not just enjoy the fake world? If this is what I want,
it's literally red pill, blue pill.
If it's what I want, and I'm hooked up to this bathtub, and it's a fucking excellent experience, who cares if it looks or whatever from where I am now? Once I'm in it, I'm gonna love it.
You will love it.
You would too. That's what I'm saying.
No, listen. You will love it. Your neighbors
will get it.
People at the park.
I've been there.
The strangers walking down the street.
I've been that naked jiggly fool.
Your landlord?
Yeah.
Your pets?
Yeah.
They all gonna love it?
Pets will hate it. I'll give you that.
Pets will hate it.
Pets will hate it. Your cat will be like,
Your
no
cat
way.
will hate our product.
Your pets will look at Bowel.
I forgot about that. That was very good.
Yeah.
Nightmare John.
I think
Those are our points.
I have one last one.
Okay.
Baths are able to de-wrinkle your fingers and toes at the end.
That's so nice. See, where's that energy?
So, I
love that.
I always thought finger wrinkles.
What are you doing?
These are finger wrinkles.
Okay.
I always thought they were your skin swelling up with water, and apparently that's what a lot of people thought. It's actually, it turns out it's a nervous system thing. When your hand is in water for long enough, your brain actually like constricts blood vessels in your fingers and pulls them in, so your skin wrinkles because your fingers literally like shrink inside. The idea is it's an evolutionary advantage that when you're wet, you get good grip on things because your fingers are squishier, so you can like grip things while wet better. Point is, it's hooked up to your brain, so your brain doesn't do that anymore. Fingers re-swell at the end of a bathtub. You have to be careful how much you re-swell, though, because you could loosen all your skin off. But
So
that's it's just for your fingers.
you didn't even need to say that.
Okay.
Nightmare. But the finger gripping,
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I had no idea about any of that.
that's the thought. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's like
and so that's
settled.
also very funny to me that it's like your brain thinks that I'm gonna climb a wall now
Well,
with my cool fingers.
You're not.
This is just like asking about this brain.
I was gonna say you're not living in 2021 getting into a bathtub. You're living like
Cave's
30,000
brain.
years
Yeah.
ago, and you're like in a lake, and you need to crawl out quickly because alligator.
Thank God my fingers turn suction-y.
Yeah, well,
So I can
honestly,
do it.
because you will grip rocks better and stuff. Yeah,
Very interesting.
yeah.
It's such a weird thing to have left over. It's so funny to me.
That's that.
Great.
Architects.
I am terrified of this.
We have a lot, but I think we can get through them, especially for episode 200.
I think also that our time is okay. I think we're okay.
So if you don't know, we have a Patreon, which I know you do know. I mentioned it earlier, but
Sorry, what did I just do?
Patreon.com/2POINTOH podcast. Great way to support the show. Thank you so much to those of you that do.
You can see us actually saying it on video. Thank you.
It is extremely awesome. But one of the things you can sign up for there is to be an architect who get to suggest ideas on a topic before we record. Our first architect this week is Brothsky, who suggests, much like a cut of meat, if you soak in hot water, you will become broth or stock. I want dude broth.
Like you entirely?
Must be no, because then you cease. But I think it's
Yeah, I
more
couldn't
like,
tell at this point was like, I want to be annihilated.
I think it's more like I'm trying so hard not to say like gamer girl bathwater, but like
I mean,
that
that's fine. That's fair.
You know, like broth. It's
Okay.
like, but I think it would be more oily and like brothy, like stocky
Disgusting.
to eat.
Gross.
I can't.
I don't feel like weighing in on this. Is that
want
okay?
to. That's I want to like this. I just don't know for why.
For why?
For why?
For why?
Boombots suggests Baths 2.0 have a steel bubble around the tub that hides you from the rest of the world and protects you.
Okay. Okay.
When I'm in the bath, I want to forget about the rest of the world and be calm and sleepy and kept safe. Now, the bath does that for me.
Is there really this lingering fear in people who take baths that something is going to attack them while they are in the bath?
100%.
But like across the board, is that like a big deal that I don't know about?
I actually think about that sometimes. Like, if I'm getting into the bathtub, I'm going to be vulnerable. All doors got to be locked. I got to make sure.
That's fair. But needing a steel bubble on the tub itself—that's what I'm talking about.
That's security.
That has never even for a moment like crossed the threshold of my thinking. And I am obsessed with baths, and I take them all the time. I have never thought to myself, I need a steel bubble. Is that privilege? Maybe.
Yeah, you haven't been in enough danger.
But that's what I mean. Are people in danger in the bathtub all the time?
You're getting a little too animated.
I am. I moved so much that one of our cameras fell.
We could do a break.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah. We just had to do that because the camera fell down.
Okay,
I don't remember.
we were talking about their point.
Well, yeah,
Godsky?
Boombots ends the point with also it will love me.
Okay. What was the point?
Do you get it now?
What was their point?
It's the steel bubble thing. You were like yelling at me about.
I wasn't yelling. It's just not something I've ever thought about, and that apparently a lot of people think about, and I am blown away by that.
Also, Boombots wishes us happy 200th birthday.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Austin suggests, while your eyes are closed, the body of water in the bathtub is infinitely deep and expansive, and you can swim around as much as you want. But as soon as you open your eyes, you are back in the bathtub.
That's a heavy point.
That's pretty cool.
Very existential.
Yeah, I could go down, explore, feel that good pressure on me. It's like an isostatic weight blanket.
Feel that good pressure.
Yeah, and then I just open my eyes. I'm back at normal. That's really good. I like that, Austin.
I do
Especially if there's
too.
stuff to find down there.
I don't know about that part.
Fretzel suggests real ducks, not rubber ducks.
Yes. Please.
No counterpoints.
I mean, that would be cool if it was like a fundamental thing with bathrooms in general, that they also have like a duck hut or whatever you need to take care of ducks.
Two things, though. One, I don't know how that's going to work with the closing lid. Two, I don't know if ducks enjoy hot water. Can they deal? Like, how does that work?
That is a good question. What if we just changed it to those, like, monkeys?
Okay, ducks around you, not in the bath with you.
No.
Just ducks hanging out.
In the bath. I need to be able to put my knee up and the duck is sitting there.
Okay. Or the steam monkey that you're talking about. Right? The, like, ice time.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Gabriel says, oh, God, every time you enter water to bathe, lake, ocean, bath, the water beautifully emanates bath symbiotic music into your body for the peak feels. Speaking of also hella excited for the new album.
Thank you. I personally, speaking,
wouldn't like that.
I would hate that so much. I would have a bad time. Mm-hmm. That's optional for anybody that wants it. I don't
want it.
I don't want it.
Voss suggests listening to baths now allows you to Voss suggests listening to baths now allows you the ability to instantly transport yourself to a bath of your choosing, bathhouse, tub, soup, etc.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I can ride with that. Because then it's basically just like you can teleport. Which is like, why would I be like, no? Also, the vehicle of using my music is like neither here nor there. It's just that, I can teleport now. So great.
It would be cool if the music transports with you. Because then you could basically have like the coolest entrance to anywhere.
I vibe with that. But I also vibe with it like literally being the most minute part of this.
Yeah.
Where it's like you could choose to literally just have it be the thing and then turn off. So it's like, and then it's over.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're just...
This would also replace cars. Like...
No, because it's just baths. Just bathhouses.
Why would I ever drive to work again if I could just install a bathtub in my office?
That's true. That would also mean that, okay, in this universe, bathtubs are everywhere now.
Yeah.
So
right.
that I definitely agree
Sorry,
with.
I was scratching. That was you can Bjorn suggests whenever you get into a bath, a water elemental bath pet is generated for you to play with, like a water otter or something. It's kind of in line with the ducks and the steam monkeys.
But generated. So that means it degenerates.
Well, it's a water elemental, so it just sinks back into the water.
I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Can it...
Oh, God. I knew you were going to...
I mean...
It can help clean you. Is that what you were getting at?
Well, that's also great because douching is such a tough process. What if the water elemental could douche me and then disappear? It, like, jumped to the toilet so that none of us have to deal with that. I didn't say it.
You opted out on that point earlier. I'm opting out on this one. This one's all you.
Okay, well then, yes, I would like the water elemental to douche me and jack me off if I so choose, or have sex with me.
I'm sure, Bjorn, this is not what you meant, and I'm sorry.
That's too bad. I'm Will Wiesenfeld.
Alex suggests, I think any body of water big.
Sorry. Sorry.
Apologize to Alex.
Sorry, Alex.
Alex suggests, I think any body of water big enough to fit my body should be a bath. Meaning, all pools, lakes, rivers, etc. have some sort of harmless, non-toxic chemical in it that works just like soap, so no matter where I am, I'm always getting clean. Imagine going down the water slide at your local water park, not just for fun, but also to clean yourself up for your meeting later that day.
I do like that. I mean, that has been one of the most intrinsic things about using bodies of water anywhere is to get the feeling of feeling cleaned or spruced up. And if it was actually true, it'd be great.
This is excellent for camping, too. Just jump in a river, that's a full bath. That's not just wet.
Full bath!
Yeah.
Also, that means if I literally dig like a mud hole, that would clean me up. Also, that means...
That's mud. That's not water.
It's full of water, though, I'm saying.
Oh, like you just make a hole. That okay, fine.
I'm not... I'm also... What I am also saying is that if you're
a pig...
No.
Get in the mud hole.
No. I was going to say if your spider bath creates a puddle in its wake of destruction that it creates, then you just need to set foot in there and for some reason you're clean.
Yeah.
It's great.
Right.
Insanity. Crazanity.
Sugar, regular
Start over.
Sugar, the regular-nosed normal deer, suggests, the problem with baths? Not enough spontaneous voice effects at live shows. The B in baths now stands for brothers. John goes on tour and does live audio effects, applying reverb or chorus or whatever to Will's voice whenever John pleases. That's like
Ultimate Revenge.
Yeah, that's like John's Revenge, the movie.
Worst movie.
Yeah.
Great miniseries.
Your closer would just be like fully reverb washed
Yeah,
out. Like
nothing. This, every show would just be... It's like that. It's literally like me trying to perform, trying to speak to people, being like, thanks for coming, buy merch. And it's like... Just useless.
Exactly. Thank you, Sugar. I love it.
No thanks.
Everything okay?
Yeah, it's just a struggle.
Okay. Thank you for keeping an eye on it. I didn't see what happened. Please tell me.
Nothing happened. I literally hit this.
Oh. Okay.
But it was so loud when I did it. For some reason.
Eden suggests, skate park pools have taps, and there is nothing to stop you running yourself a lovely big bath. Once it's drained, you can naked slip around. Then the skaters can have it back.
There's a big gap in time here, of which something like very wild takes place. So you can fill it.
Yes, fill the skate park pool.
That's more than an hour. That fills up. You take a bath.
It's like 12 hours.
You drain it.
Yeah,
another 12 hours probably. So now
you can once it's drained. You can naked slip around.
Yeah, so it is 4 a.m. probably at this point.
Well, you started at 4 a.m. and then you started...
Yeah, so it's 4 a.m. the next day. Because it's 24 hours later.
The point is you started at a time where when it's done, it's a good time. It's 10 a.m.
Okay, great. So it's a great time, John. It's 10 a.m.
Yep.
But now the bathtub is drained and it's 10 a.m.
And it's slick.
And you are naked and slipping around.
Yes.
And the skateboarders gotta wait.
Yeah.
And this is a good idea.
This is why we're doing a video episode.
Video episodes.
So you can see my gesticulations.
And
then the skaters have it back. No deal.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. How long do you naked slip around? Because what if that's literally...
As long as it takes.
But I'm saying on the opposite end of it. What if it's literally 2 minutes? And you waited all that time?
Yeah. You're saying that there are things that are 2 minutes long that are worth waiting a whole day for.
Don't I know it? You said it. I didn't say it.
Yeah. So anyway, good point. I like it. I was trying to find
good point. I like it.
That was me doing verbal filler while I look for my place on the page.
Okay.
Lloyd suggests a bath calms you down. Sometimes you gotta get mad. Take a wrath. Wrath is a good name for my bathtub idea.
Oh my god, I can see your bathtub being like some like cursed Animal Crossing type situation. Yeah, where it's like all obsidian with like rock veins of like red moving through it or something, and it like makes extremely loud sounds as you approach it.
Yeah,
which is your trademark.
It's just like rusty grinding sounds.
Yeah. Screams at you. It literally is blood.
Wrath tub.
Oh my god,
that's fucking tight. Thank you, Lloyd. Val suggests human hands, hear me out, should be completely hydrophobic. 90% of my bath-related problems come from me having wet hands when I'm trying to touch something dry. Also, baths can get a bit boring sometimes, and I think it would be a lot of fun to play with the water's surface with hands that can't get wet. I have ADHD.
Okay, but then you can't wash your hands.
Sure you can.
Talk to me about how you can
like
wash your
dust.
hands if they're...
Chinchilla bath.
So next to your bathtub now, you have a dust bath for your palms.
A bowl of sandy dust, yeah.
I don't know about that. I like the option. I like the option of having hydrophobic hands. I don't like it 100% of the time.
Those videos where people put the aerogel on them and then they like stick their hands in water and it's just like the water doesn't touch them.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Sort of.
I think it's tight. Anyways, yeah, Val, you and I will design this. Will can opt out.
I will be in my normal bathtub that is not a spider, calmly moving about my nice property.
I worry that I might be the only one out of you and the architects that wants my spider bath.
Yeah, and I just see, John, I just do see...
My bathtub.
I do see, like, a really bad accident happening. No, I do see, like, the bathtub just running the wrong way once.
No, but you're in control.
That's what I mean. People that get in car accidents are in control of the cars.
Yeah.
John. There's a margin of human error much more vast than I believe you are imagining.
That doesn't move too. People slip.
But what do you think the likelihood of possible injury is for a bathtub that has 8 legs and moves anywhere it wants to?
It's exactly the same.
Is it?
You have handles. Ollie suggests...
I'm not talking about you, by the way. I'm talking about margin of injury for, like, literally anything in the vicinity.
Oh, like outside of the bathtub?
Yeah, like you... The person on the sidewalk that you run past in your spider bathtub doesn't have handles.
Yeah, but I have long legs. I can, like, step over them. It's, like, it's fine. Ollie suggests... yeah, tiptoeing. All baths are now full Spirited Away bathhouse mode. Exchange gleaming wooden tokens for different types of waters and experiences. Spirits may also appear and help you in the bath in exchange for a favor.
You know that I'm horny.
A favor. Thank you and happy 200. Thank you, Ollie.
Thank you. Yeah, I would do that.
Yeah.
I'm wet.
You could have said anything.
Sorry for looking at you, kind of, when I said that.
Joe suggests, you've heard of Murphy beds. Well, it's time for Murphy tubs.
I haven't heard. I forget what a Murphy bed is.
I don't know what a Murphy bed is either.
Pulls out of the wall.
Thank you from the 70s. You've heard of Murphy beds. Well, it's time for Murphy tubs. You can now purchase bathtubs that fold into the wall for easy storage. After finishing a bath in a Murphy tub, you can also choose to continue lying in the tub as it folds back up into the wall. Then while standing in your now vertical tub, you are treated to an automatic wash cycle that rinses you off with clean water and air dries you before spinning around and depositing you back in your bathroom.
Okay, this is like the good version of that scene from The Fifth Element.
Yeah, right. It's kind of Wallace and Gromedy.
That's not bad. That's good.
No, that's really good. Actually, I would.
Yeah, I'm down for this.
I prefer that. Thank you, Joe. Yes.
Prefer that?
Yeah. Taking a shower is so boring. This would be like... I could just stand there and, like, think.
I do like to get washed. I do like to get bathed.
By a machine?
In any capacity.
Categorically.
Thank you. That is exactly the word I'm looking for. Categorically, I do like to get bathed, get washed.
Right.
If you have not had that happen to you in your lifetime, ask someone. A partner who would be okay with it, is what I'm saying. Not a stranger. Maybe a stranger.
Can you, like, and not trying to be funny, but, like, are there places you can go to have someone bathe you, like, just for recreation?
No, not. Or, I mean, like, kind of, but not for recreation. No, like you can't.
Like, table shower is a thing at, like, a massage place, right?
Yeah, but it's like that. That's sort of what I'm saying. And that's not the same. I'm talking about like I've hooked up with a guy where it was like he was like, "Can I bathe you?" And I was like, "Yes." And then it was sitting in the bathtub, and he just, like, washed me slowly. And I was like, this is fucking incredible. This is great.
Okay. Well, couldn't you tell us who that was so we can all...
There's somebody in New Orleans.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, he's in New Orleans. I don't know his name.
Tony suggests, I'm a tall individual, and too few baths are able to support this lifestyle. Link point.
To John.
All I ask is for a tub that can sit... You all right?
Yeah.
Oh. All I ask for is a tub that I can sit in without my knees sticking out the top of the water. I know they exist, so why don't I have one yet? Yeah. Instead, I have this small, ugly, yellow monstrosity in my apartment.
Very fair.
Apartments are the worst for bathtubs. Fully agree, Tony.
Also, this is a completely...
Walking through my shot.
Yeah, you're walking through the shot. We'll edit it out so you are not on camera when that happens. It'll cut to me. It'll cut to my face like this.
Who's editing this?
He's gonna leave it in.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah. My point here was going to be, I don't know if you or this person have ever heard of or seen those like sit-up bathtubs where it's literally like a side door. That shit slaps.
Well, are those? I thought those were just showers.
No, they can fill. They are bathtubs also. Sometimes it depends.
Sometimes, okay.
which is like so tight. I've never done one, but I've always wanted to, where you get in and it's a seat and it's like very small compartment, but that is probably actually like less water than filling a bathtub.
Right.
And it just fills up to like here. That's so tight.
Yeah.
It's like mini jacuzzi.
Well, Tony, I'm fully with you that bathtubs need to be bigger because
Thank you.
They suck. Emmett and Olive suggest because of Will's music career, he now has control over all baths everywhere, much like how Poseidon rules the sea. Will commands the baths, governs the baths, and enjoys any baths.
Last part is true. I don't know about the responsibility.
Everything else you're doing is on hold. You are now solely responsible for all baths in the world.
Can I just be like, they work, and then
just like Bruce Almighty it, and just like
well, is that what he does? Is like,
well, he tries to avoid being God by just being like, here's a rule, everything follows it, and then the whole world falls apart because he's not managing things.
Don't blow up my spot and make it that I'm a bad bath god.
You just said what you would do. That's a bad move.
No, I'm asking. Can they just work? Can they just be how they are now and depend on people?
What about when... Stop. You're obsessed with this metal thing.
No.
But what about when one of the spiders goes rogue?
Pray to me.
Okay. There it is. That's what I'm saying. You got to be involved.
Well, no. Pray to me and then you fix it.
That's kind of how God works now anyway. Uncle Gary suggests... I always look at Caitlin for approval.
Okay.
Uncle Gary suggests, hopefully I get this in on time. You did. Also, I only listen to metal, so I'm taking it literally. Baths are now shit-proof.
What does the previous sentence have to do with this sentence?
I love this.
Please connect that for
If
me.
you're bathing your toddler niece and the little bastard pops out a brown one, it pulls a fucking nightcrawler and bamfs into the shitter. You shouldn't have to scramble to get the little fucker as she giggles and tries to grab it as it floats in the fetid waters. I didn't even want a fucking niece. Weird kid.
Okay. Calm down.
There's a lot to unpack there, Gary.
Calm down, Gary. The language is excessive, even for us. Hold on. I don't understand the first part of that.
You can poop in the bath.
No, way before that, John. It was like the first sentence. Read the first sentence.
I think what Gary's saying is
read the first sentence. I just want to remember.
Hopefully I get this in on time, and also I only listen to metal, so I'm taking it literally.
That.
I think it means they're not connecting it to you, your music. They don't listen to your music.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So
thank you.
Literally talking
I
about
didn't
baths.
understand that. I was like, what does that have to do with shitting?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Well, if you listen to metal, you'd get it.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't understand what I'm not understanding right now.
Well, as a fellow metalhead, I can tell you that it's just a lot of shitting.
Sounds bad.
Francisco suggests, if baths...
You okay?
Yeah, I have to unpack this one.
Why are people getting so heavy? What's
Francisco
going on?
suggests, if baths hath a bath in bath, then baths is given a bath pass to bypass the grass for bathhouses in mass. An older dedicated empath from Bath with a nice ass will baths bypath to all his baths, first class, including a stained glass foot bath. No, I will not elaborate. You get all that?
Mostly.
Please don't make me do it again.
I think we're okay. I think we can move on.
Also, fuck you, Fran. Make me read that. So, okay, I wanted to try and figure out what it means, but Jesus. Ethan suggests the base of maximalist off of Cerulean is a little too strong. The vocals of Departure could use a little more reverb.
Oh my god.
The piano on Worsening off of Obsidian is too loud during the chorus, but too quiet. Just kidding. Every album is perfect.
Okay, cute. What am I supposed to say? Oh my god.
That's funny. They improved Merd suggests, keep existing. You can still shame me. Oh yeah, we have to shame Merd for not getting points in on time ever.
Oh. Is Merd in that one?
Merd's in that one for you. I'll put these side by side.
I keep, when I'm supposed to do like a moment, I keep looking at Kaylin and at yours. I don't look at mine. I guess because I'm always in mine. Just move on.
We have one more point.
I know. I'm sorry.
Cam suggests, if you ever forget to turn off Baths 2.0 when you are done participating, a voice says, "Bath time over," on repeat until you remind
you are mine. No.
A voice says, "Bath time over," on repeat to remind you to turn it off.
Okay. That's good. That's like the fridge beeping if you leave the door open. That's good. That kind of addendum is functional.
I think that voice is inside your head, though, and it's telling you to run outside.
Jesus Christ.
Will.
We've talked about it before. You love a loss of autonomy.
I don't want to be in charge of anything
in my own life. I know. It's so scary, John.
Just fucking grid me out, plug me in.
Grid me out.
Turn me off. I don't want to deal. Better names. Thank you,
ambassadors, John.
Thank you, architects. Those were all a lot of fun. We need a name.
I have 3, and I'm kind of like medium about all of them. I have no idea.
I had 2. Actually, I had 3, but now I have like 5 just from other stuff we've said. I've added to it.
Okay.
So you go. First one is Tubes. Tub with an E, and they're going to be longer because you're in the pod now, so Tubes.
Tubes are a thing. Tubes exist, though.
Where, though? I haven't seen one.
Oh, my God. I smell so good.
So your response to Tubes is, "I smell good."
I smell good and hiccuping and no.
Okay. Fine. What's your first one?
My first one sucks. I mean, all of mine. I don't know. I'm trying to not apply emotion.
No qualifiers.
Yeah, thank you. Waterton. For some reason, it made it sound like British, Victorian, like cute something. Like there was some kind of aesthetic that landed for me. And I was also thinking about like the wet book library, the waterproof library. And I was like, Waterton sounds really funny to me. But I'm also like,
I could see that. Yeah.
It's like, let's move on.
Bathhub.
Bathhub. As opposed to bathtub. Bathhub.
Yeah, bathhub. But
I get it's bathtub, but it's also like bathhub, which is really funny to me.
It is spelled BATHHUB.
Bathhub. God. Okay. Gliss.
Okay. I see that.
That's a gleaming aesthetic. Bliss.
Okay, yeah. I actually liked it better before you told me it was a portmanteau.
I mean, it's not. It's not. Okay. I just like said that. But gliss, like also glissando.
Yeah.
It's just a vibe. I think the word sounds like how I want to feel coming out of a bath. That was why I used it. Gliss.
Yeah. Glamorous, glitz, bliss. Yeah, I get it. Okay.
We're doing word jazz. We're doing word jazz. That's what I meant.
He was in the wrong thing. Apparently, the word bath.
That's okay.
The etymology of it comes from the sense of heating, not immersing. So bath as a word is more about heating up than it is about immersing in water, right? So maybe we make it about immersing in water using the word dip. So I was thinking, like, dip in, so why don't we call baths dipes? To, like... I actually...
You literally did not hear the problem with that until you said it right now.
Until I just said it, yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, it's not dipes. It's embarrassing. No, I definitely did not.
Like, when I'm trying to relax, when I'm trying to calm down at the end of a long day, I love to take my dipe.
Yeah, just get in my dipe.
Get in my dipe.
Okay, forget that.
This image of you sitting in a diaper just smiling. Like, my favorite place, my favorite time of day.
You know, you can empty your dipe into the garden once a week.
And your dipe has spider legs and will crawl out of your house to your local park.
I love to just sit in the dipe and read for like 45 minutes.
How did that not cross your
I don't know.
Did you spell it differently? Is it DIPE?
Yeah, that's what I wrote.
Oh my God.
I was trying... Okay.
Dip, where you were coming from, is good. Dip something is good. Dipe, throw it away.
Okay.
Put it in the trash.
Maybe we can combine it with my next one, because my next one was pole, which is short for pool, because it's like a smaller pool.
P-O-L?
Yeah, so maybe dipole.
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 Deep hole sounds like a German word.
Deep hole? And
Like
it also
sheeple.
sounds like deep hole.
Isn't that airport? Or train station?
You're looking at either of us like we would know.
Sorry. Hold on. Sheeple.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
It does to me.
Deep hole?
Schiphol is Amsterdam airport, Schiphol. So it's the airport in Amsterdam. I don't know if it means airport.
What does this have to do with
Schiphol? It's just
Diephol.
Diephol. Dippol to me is
Diephol.
like a thing.
All right.
I don't mind that.
Gliss is my favorite so far, but I could go with Diephol also.
Okay.
Don't hate dipes.
And then my last one is worse.
Okay.
Yeah, dipe is... We threw that away a while ago. We're not bringing it up anymore. My third one is Bluss, but it's like the worst version of Gliss.
That makes me think of Blunderbuss. Which
is not good.
Don't like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Gliss a lot,
okay,
and I don't mind Diephol. I say you pick.
Don't you have more?
No, that was it.
Between Gliss and Diephol?
Oh, Raft Tub was the other one.
Well, yeah.
Mine is called Raft Tub.
That type of tub is called that, 100%.
Yeah.
Raft Tub. Gliss is shorter, is the only thing.
I like it.
Which I always like.
Yeah.
Gliss is nice. I feel like it sells the intrinsic value you want a bathtub to have for a person. You know, Gliss.
And there's less confusion about how to pronounce it.
Yeah, I think so. Gliss.
Brand ambassadors.
I say him all the time, Henry Cavill, but specifically because of The Witcher.
That's written right here, Henry Cavill from The Witcher.
From The Witcher. Sounds like we probably have our guy. I mean, it's like now the most famous bathtub scene in the modern world.
Okay.
I mean, in the past 4 years, is there a bathtub scene that comes to mind? When you think of a bathtub scene in any form of media, this is what you think of. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. It's not a thing that people think about where they're like, what's the most famous bathtub scene in the world? But when you actually focus on it, that's the one.
I forget whether it's Shanghai Noon or Shanghai Nights, but they had a bathtub scene.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. That was like 15 years ago.
Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a lot of bathtub.
There is also less recognizable than The Witcher.
I don't disagree. And The Witcher one transcends from video game to show also. There's in both. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
What is the bathtub scene in The Witcher?
Have you not seen it? He's just
out of a bathtub.
He's hot, and he's like his tits are out, and he looks incredible in it.
Apparently, he dehydrated himself for like 3 days to
for that scene. Yeah, which I was like, thank you for doing that for me.
I have 2 more. Was that your only one?
Yeah, and it's also that we've used him before. I'm pretty sure, but both of us coming to that, I think, is something. So,
my second one was my desert, my Arrakis, my Dune.
It was that phrase?
No, Baron Harkonnen from the new Dune.
You want...
He's in
the villain.
He's in the oily bathtub. That's like his famous shit.
You want the pod dripping, floating villain from Dune who kills so many people to be the ambassador for bathtubs, which is the most relaxing environment we could possibly come up with.
You look at him in that oil and you tell me he's not relaxing.
But he's a murderer.
Well, he's relaxing.
I'm going to say no.
We have murderers on Mount Rushmore. We can have one.
You're not
for
wrong.
Our bathtubs.
You're not wrong, John, but also you're not wrong in the... Hold on. No.
It's that whole like 2 wrongs doesn't make a right thing.
Yeah, I don't know how to clarify it. I don't think he should be the guy.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't think he should
be
the
guy. He's fake, which is why I wasn't worried about him being a murderer.
Yes.
Plus he's Stellan, I like Stellan.
The thing is, it's like I'm obsessed with Cray Forsyth from Promare. He's a genocidal maniac in that.
Yeah.
I love him. I think he's so hot. I would not ask him to be the ambassador of anything.
Okay.
You know, we're trying to look for a public figure.
My last one, I think, is probably obvious to everyone except maybe you, but Will Wiesenfeld. Because, like, as someone who has taken baths to a place where it means something much more.
I mean, maybe through my bathhouse obsession.
No, but I'm saying, like, just the fact that you named yourself Baths, you changed what baths can be to a lot of people, right? And you made it clear that your relationship with baths is one that extends to a lot of people. Right?
Okay.
I mean, you suggested me for museums. I think you fit well with this one.
That's fair. Did I suggest you for museums?
Yeah.
Did we choose you?
It was me and Pikachu.
Oh my god, we are so good at this.
I think this should be you and Henry.
How could I possibly say no to that?
How about you and Henry in the Shanghai Nights bathtub scene where they're in like the two baths, like flicking water?
Why can't it be the Witcher one? Why can't it be the Witcher one? It's way bigger.
That's just for him. He's in a circle.
No, but John, that bathtub, this is real, is way easier to have sex in. It is so much bigger.
You had sex in a bucket? Okay, forget it. Never mind.
Maybe. What do you know?
I don't even know where to find that except like on a cattle ranch. It's like that's like one of the water containers for cows out in the middle of nowhere off the 5.
I'm not. Why do you want that for me? Why do you want that for me?
What do I want? What for you?
Wait. Hold on. Reevaluation. I want to be in the Witcher bathtub.
I know. I'm just saying.
Is that a tin? I thought it was a big like.
It's a big wooden circle. It's like a bucket.
It's not. It's the shitty kind. That's what I was fucking up. I thought it was like.
It's not like person shaped. No.
No. Oh, I thought it was like a big round built into the thing.
I don't remember it being that. I think it's
You're
just
right.
a wooden
above
ground pool.
It's like a shittier. It's a shitty. Okay.
So I'm thinking the 2 copper bathtubs from Shanghai Noon or Nights where they're next to each other and like blowing bubbles at each other because they're really drunk.
No, because I can't be in a separate bathtub.
Oh. I thought it was like you guys flirt in the bathtubs and then meet up later.
No, we have to be in the same bathtub.
Anyway.
I'll kill you.
That's baths. That's episode 200.
I can't believe that. I keep forgetting that, and then you say it, and I'm like,
Nathan pointed out that's
shit.
4 years of content.
I know. That also hurts a lot. That hurts my brain. It's really crazy.
But yeah, thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you to listen.
Thank you to listen. Thank you to the patrons who support us. If you want to check out our Patreon,
thank you.
We just did an hour-long bonus content video.
Yeah, insanely long.
Yeah, it's a video where we're answering Q&A questions. So if you check out the Patreon, it's available there. 2.0podcast.com.
Point again.
2pointohpodcast.com. Links to all of our other stuff there. I'm going to try and stop making such a long read at the end of this. I'm just going to say, go check out our website. It's got links to all of our shit. If you want to suggest an idea for an episode, tweet at us or send us an email.
Also, I would say, now that it's episode 200, we should not do anything different.
I don't know what are you about to say?
I thought I was going to say something.
Make a movie? Write a book? Like, what do you... Where are you going with this?
Bye. Thanks for listening.
You want to do a new segment?
No, I was thinking it's like if you have suggestions, but then I was like, I don't want it.
Suggestions for what? Finish a thought. What do you say?
I don't know. I'm tired. We've been recording for 3 hours.
Okay.
We did a good episode.
Okay.
Don't ignore this whole last bit. Bye, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in if you watched it, listening if you listen, supporting us through 200 episodes, which is, again, insane. 4 years. John and I have a really good time doing it. We love hanging out. Special thank you to Caitlin Amadeo for helping us.
Thank you.
Helping set up and checking all the recordings, all that shit. John's going to edit this. He works very, very hard. Show your love for John.
But thank you to everyone who's been with us for 200 episodes. And please continue to share the show with your friends and stuff.
Yeah.
Because we do nothing to market this except make a video every 2 years.
Also, if it matters, this tablecloth of Milo from Pokemon, who's really hot and beautiful, the artist is... What?
Do you want to just move it back?
I mean, sort of, but you can't see the full thing. But it's by an artist on Instagram who I believe is disrupted_sky. But if that's not exactly correct, you'll be able to find it from that, if you're curious.
Cool.
Okay, bye!